Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are going to watch the season finale of season 2 of The Dragon Prince. I am super excited because this has been a really great season, and I think that this last episode is going to be no exception. So without any more rambling, let's just get into it and see.
I'll throw the mirror into a river and cut you off forever.
You won't. You are too curious. Hungry for knowledge and power, both things I can provide. Allow me to earn your trust.
How?
There's something that you want very badly, but something or someone stands in your way.
I am having a problem getting some people to listen to me.
Then we will have to get their attention.
How?
So,
I don't know if I trust Erebos.
when I was a kid, my mom and dad split up. And then one day, they told us mom was moving back to Del Bar, where her family was from. And then they said we had to choose. Soren chose dad. And my mom looked at my dad and she told me to stay. She said I had to stay with Soren, that this was my home and my brother and I needed each other. And then she left.
How could she do that? Why would she leave you?
I think she needed to leave for herself, to be happy.
When you grow up,
Poor Claudia.
sometimes there are changes you don't expect, and you have to face things you're not ready for. Callum told me that.
You are so lucky to have a brother like Callum.
I know.
I'm lucky to have my brother. Soren is a doof, but he's my doof.
Why did that guy fall over?
know.
His mom.
You just need to breathe, sweetie. But when you slow down and let yourself breathe, your spirit and your body can catch up with your mind and help out.
I just have to breathe?
Callum,
Oh, look, you're awake now.
She was
You're
gonna
even looking teary.
say she loved
And is
him.
that a twinkle in your eye?
I understand the Sky Arcanum.
She was gonna say I love you, wasn't she?
This is where the school said we should go.
Oh, they're so
Look, Claudia,
cute. She's not gonna hurt the deer, is she?
The whole world is like a giant primal stone, and we're inside it. I'm inside sky magic, but it's also in me. Moment of truth. Let's see if I can really do this.
He's doing it.
Aspero.
Ezrin, you're back.
He was gone? I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry that I didn't tell you. I tried to, but I just couldn't.
He understands. Y'all, I can't do this. No, don't. I'm so scared, y'all.
I'm sorry, little one, but you are agile, young, and alive, and I need you.
Holy shit.
I can move my toes. I can move my toes.
You're gonna be better now. That's all that matters.
She has a gray streak. Did she use some of her life force? Everything's going so good though, like that stresses me out.
I've been running away from things my whole life,
He wants to go back.
but I can't run away from growing up.
Now that you're King Ezrin, are you gonna start saying wise things like that all the time?
He wants to go
I'm not
back.
going with you to Zadia.
He wants
I have to
to
face my
rule
responsibility.
Katalis.
Now that I'm king, I have to go home. I can do whatever I can to stop the war. You'll find his mom, and Zim will take his place in Zadia.
I don't want.
Just like I have to take mine.
I don't want this.
I wish I could go with you, but I can't. I'll miss you, Rayla, but I'll see you again. I promise.
As soon as Zim is home, I'll come back to help you. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh,
I'm so proud of you, little guy.
yeah, I don't know why
You're
this.
gonna grow up so strong and good.
It could be so
I'm
sad.
sorry I couldn't help you learn to fly.
Y'all, this is really fucking sad. Even Bates sad. Bjorn, this is messed up. Even for you. Like, come on.
Bring terror to Delbar, to Neolandia, to Evenir, and to Durin.
The Moonstone Path! Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Go on. Aw, he's cute. I would hold him though. I would walk quickly as well.
You're in danger. They've come for you. Do as I tell you. Prepare for battle. Well, open it for them.
Bjorn, you're making bad choices.
Surrender, Viren.
Stop. It's over.
But I can destroy them all. I have all the power I need.
Don't make me give the order. The sky's getting lighter. We need to hurry.
Yeah.
If the sun rises, we won't be able to see the moon runes.
Yeah, why have y'all been so casually walking across it in the first place? I would have been running the whole time.
I can see something. They're in trouble! Okay, Zim, you can do this. You need to block the light.
He can talk to him through, like, telepathy now?
You can do this, Zim.
Come on, Zim. Come on, Zim. Come on, Zim, please. Y'all, I'm just gonna cry about everything in this episode, I guess. I'm sorry. Oh, he's doing it! Oh, poor baby.
Aspero!
We can see the path again. Run! We did it! We made it across! Yeah.
He.
Failed missions, mad dad. But Dragonhorn means magic? Maybe dad not mad.
I feel like this isn't gonna go great.
Zadia! Oh no! It's him. Sol Regan.
I think that was a really good and really emotional end to season 2. It wrapped up a few things and sort of set up a few storylines. We have officially made it to Zadia at the end. We're gonna have to see how it's gonna go now that Ezran isn't there to be able to understand the dragon. Maybe the dragon can communicate without Ezran there, but we don't know if that's the case or not, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Speaking of dragons and Ezran and communication, apparently Ezran can see through Zem's eyes as well as telepathically communicate with him in some way, which is really interesting and something that we did not know about Ezran until this episode. We knew that he could communicate with animals, but not to this extent. I'm curious if it's something that he has special with Zim because Zim is a magical creature slash animal, or if it's something that is more universal in his communication with animals. I think that it's really cool and also really sad, as I'm sure you saw, that Ezran made the choice to return to Katalis and be the king. He, like a good ruler, entrusted Rayla and Callum to do this task of bringing Zim to Zadia, and he feels it's necessary for him to return to Katalis to try to stop any sort of impending war that might happen due to his absence, which is really good because Katalis is definitely not going to be doing great after what Viren did, which I'll talk about in just a second, but I think it's the right choice that Ezran went back. I think it was very hard for me personally to see him leave Zim and leave Callum, and it was very sad, but I think it was the right choice, and I'm glad that he did it. I also really enjoyed his conversation with Claudia, where she talked about her mom leaving the family. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, y'all, but I'm getting choked up again just remembering it. I thought that scene was great. It was great for both Ezran to have somebody to be able to talk to and connect with in this moment when he can't have Callum. And it was also great for Claudia, for the audience, to learn a little bit more about Claudia and where her and Soren's mother went. It's hard to judge a character that we have literally never met before. But it's also really hard for me to understand a character who chooses to leave their children and then never see them again, at least based on what Claudia has said. So I think it's unfortunate that their mother abandoned them, essentially, and their father is Viren. So it's almost like you can't blame them for who they ended up becoming, right? But again, as I've said before, explanation doesn't excuse behavior. So I can understand how they developed based on who their parents are, but I can't excuse any shitty behavior that is a result of that, if that makes sense. Although I don't think that they are shitty people. I don't think that they're bad characters. I don't think that they're bad people, but I definitely don't agree with a lot of the choices they make. I think Soren could easily be redeemed. I'm a little bit sad that they didn't further explore Soren with a bit more of a disability, but if he learns and grows as a character from this experience, that's what I'll have wanted from it. I'm a bit upset that Claudia presumably murdered this innocent deer in order to allow this to happen for Soren, but that's dark magic, and that's why I'm so glad that Callum is found a different way to do magic. Speaking of Callum and magic, he did it, y'all. He did it. Like, Callum figured out how to do magic without it being dark magic. Like, all he had to do was connect to the part of himself that is connected to the earth around him, right? I'm so happy. I'm so happy that he figured it out. Like, this is what I wanted. I think that Viren has taken an even darker turn towards the dark side. I don't know if that makes any sense, but he has delved even further into his more nefarious impulses and his darker passions, and I don't like it. I don't think Erebos is good for him, obviously, and I worry for Katalis now that he's done this and he's in some way intimidated or possibly hurt people from these other kingdoms in order to get them to agree, because fear, if you can't get them to love you, get them to fear you, right? It's an old thing in ruling and getting people to listen to you. I think Erebos is an interesting character, and I definitely want to learn more about him, but he's not a good character, right? At least not so far. And I know that nobody is all good or all bad or whatever, and gray area exists, but we haven't seen him be good yet, right? Okay, so Rayla and Callum crossed the Moonstone Bridge with the help of Zim, who has learned how to fly. Yay, thank you. And they are now in Zadia, which is where the episode left off. But I want to backtrack just a little bit to when Callum was waking up but not 100% awake, and Rayla said that she had to tell him something, and then she was gonna tell him, and then he woke up, because this is television and we love the drama. So she was gonna tell him she loved him, right? Like, am I crazy? That's what was happening. There's a romance sparking. I'm calling it now, and I would ship it totally. That's what was gonna happen. I just want happiness. I just want happiness. I cried so much in this episode yet again, as always. Sorry, y'all. Probably used to it by now. But yeah, this was a really, really good episode and a really great season. I loved this season even more than the last season, so I cannot freaking wait for season 3. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode and this season, and without any spoilers, if at this point you thought that Rayla was gonna say I love you. Cause she was, like, she had to have been. She had to have been. She had to have been. Like, I'm a shipper, y'all. I can't help it, but I'm calling it. Anyway, sorry. I think that's all I have to say about this episode. Thank you for watching. As always, we will continue on next time with season 3. Until then, bye guys.